All right, everybody, good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. We have a Seattle Seahawks final injury report for the week. And I'll tell you, it's looking pretty good. We should be pretty happy with what we see here. I've got it from Brady Henderson, saw it posted from many other accounts as well. So we have the latest and greatest information from Mr. Henderson here. So let's just go ahead and jump in. We already did the Giants. If you didn't see the Giants injury report, watch my previous video, posted about 2.5 hours ago, maybe 3 hours. And yeah, let's take a look at what the Seahawks are not going to have, might have, and will have. And I think you're going to be happy after you take a look at these charts. So let's just zoom in on the stuff we care about. So we care about two things. Mostly we care about the game status, but we also care about the participation in practice today. So, ooh, excuse me. Game status, let's just start there. Out. We got two players who are out, and they are both the players that everybody, I think, should have expected would be out. Byron Murphy II and Cameron Young. Byron Murphy did not practice today, did not participate. Given the nature of the injury, I think we were all kind of expecting him to not play. And I'm not sure about the Niners game. Like, that being on a Thursday night that's rough. So I wouldn't be surprised if Murphy doesn't play then either. But we know we're not having him this weekend, which, again, with the way they were talking about him, it was pretty clear that was always going to be the case. The only other player who's out, Cameron Young. And Cameron Young, remember, there was no anticipation he would be back this week. He's eligible to come off PUP, but he hasn't been elevated yet because he's got to get back in football shape. So there's no reason to elevate him if he's just going to go out there, play 3 snaps, and then fall over. So that's a short list, right? That's a short list of things we got to worry about. And you look at the DNP list on Friday, the only other name is Tyrese Knight, and the only reason why he didn't participate is not injury related, personal. Don't know what's going on there. I do wonder if Knight might miss this game, not because of an injury, but because of whatever personal thing he has going on. So it's possible that we will be missing him, but Baker looks like he'll be back this week because I'll just go ahead and tell you right now, although you've already seen it above my head, we have nobody in the doubtful category. So we don't necessarily need Tyrese Knight, but I do wonder if there's a possibility of him not being able to play because of whatever this personal reason is. So we'll see. But yeah, we are super clean up top here. We should be feeling really good about this situation. So like I said, there's nobody doubtful. So let's jump down to questionable. And again, we're going to be out of here quick, guys. It's going to be a quick one. Boye Mafe, questionable with a knee injury. You can see he was limited. So that's 2 straight days of practice for Mafe. So I would expect him to play, just because usually when you're limited in practice 2 days in a row, it feels like you can go. I wonder if they hold him out knowing they have the Thursday night game, but I do suspect that Mafe will play, and the only other guy who's questionable is Julian Love. Julian Love, by the way, practiced in full yesterday and today. You can see him right here. So Julian Love, a full-time participant in practice, you would certainly expect him to play. And Brady Henderson even had a separate tweet here talking about Julian Love, listed as questionable, said he feels good and plans on playing. So I would say Love is definitely going to be in there. Maybe he won't last, but he should be in there. So that's really about it, right? I mean, there were plenty of guys listed on the injury report. We can go through that. But most of it's kind of business as usual, right? You've got Pharaoh Brown. He's probably going to be there for a while because he's still coming back from the injury. Noah Fant. Yeah, he's probably going to be there most of the year. Nwosu, Leonard Williams. Of course, they're going to be limited. They're just coming back from injuries that actually cost them playing time. And Cam Young, who shows you that he is on the way back, even if he's not ready yet. And then the full participation, you got Hankins, not injury related. So honestly, I kind of feel like he shouldn't even be listed here, right? It's kind of weird when what kept you out of practice earlier, but is no longer keeping you out of practice, isn't even an injury, but you're a full participant now. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me that you would still be listed on the injury report because you can come off later in the week. but it doesn't really matter. Dodson, full participant, good to go. Good to see, because there was a little bit of concern maybe earlier this week. Lockett, full participation with a thigh injury. So I don't know if he's getting better or the thigh injury is just going to be there perpetually and we're just going to see him on this list every week, but good to go. Jerome Baker, good to go. Full participant. Metcalf, Walker, Russell, Bradford, Derek Hall. I mean, it's what happens when you play football, right? You end up getting a long list of guys who have dings and dents, but it's nothing that's going to keep you out of the game. So it is what it is. And yeah, I think that as a Seahawks fan, you have to be feeling pretty good about this, even if Mafe doesn't play. And I think that he will. But even if Mafe doesn't play, I'd rather be in our spot than the Giants' spot, because the Giants needed every ounce of playmaking on their offense, and they are down their two best playmakers right now. Now, there was this, and I don't know how to read into this, but Curtis Crabtree had this quote from McDonald, and a couple other places had it as well. Nwosu wasn't listed on the final injury report, but Mike McDonald said there's still a question on whether he plays. I don't have to explain what Uchenna brings to the team if he plays. Excited for him if he's out there, and if he's not, it won't be as exciting, I guess. So this is weird, right? This could just be Mike McDonald messing around and trying to be as deceptive and as mysterious and cryptic as possible so the other team doesn't know what's coming. He's liked doing that so far, right? Like, I don't think there's any argument to make against it. He very clearly doesn't want to give up what the team is going to have and what the team is going to do on game day. But to have a player not even be listed on the injury report in terms of game status, because remember, there's no probable designation. So to have him be listed as a guy who will play, who doesn't even make the game report, and then say, well, we don't know if he's going to play, I kind of feel like he's messing around. I do wonder if that's his way of saying, we're not taking this game that seriously. We know we're going to win anyway, and we're thinking about the Niners on Thursday. Like, I don't really want that to be the attitude. I'm just going to say that right now. I know there have been people in the comments over the last few days saying, look, rest everybody. We're going to beat the Giants by 30 no matter what. We got to think about these Niners. I'm not about that. Maybe I would be about it if Nwosu had played the first 4 games. But he hasn't played at all this year. You don't need to load manage a guy when he already missed the first month. If anything, you need to get that guy up to speed in this Giants game so he's really ready for that Niners game. So if this is a situation where they're just thinking about holding him out for the sake of holding him out, even though he can play and is totally fine, yeah, I'm not sure I would be on board with that. But I feel like he's just messing around. It's a weird thing to say. I'll put it to you that way. It's a weird thing to say when you didn't even bother listing the guy. Like, you could have thrown the guy on the questionable list, and it wouldn't have even been that surprising. But the fact that he's not there, and then you're saying this, like, I don't know. Kind of weird. All right. See you guys later. Go Hawks. Gonna be a video later today. It'll be a short, but there will be a short later today that I'm gonna make up on YouTube, and then probably on Twitch later tonight. And then we're going into the weekend. So see you guys later. Go Hawks. Let me know what you think down below. The Nwosu thing threw me for a loop, but other than that, we as Seahawks fans got to be pretty happy with the situation we find ourselves in.